Hello, and welcome to Auto Be Careful, the place for car safety news and information. I'm Gene, and today we're going to talk about Volvo's new interior radar occupant sensing system and how it works to keep your children and pets safer. Let's start with a little bit of background on forgotten baby syndrome, or FBS. FBS is the phenomenon of leaving or forgetting children in the back seat of a vehicle. This is a major concern as it doesn't take long for an inactive vehicle's occupants to overheat or get too cold and cause severe health issues, including, tragically, death. The same issue affects pets as well, although children are a particular concern because they're often sleeping or quiet, which makes it harder for the driver to remember their presence. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, around 37 children fall victim to vehicular heat stroke each year due to either becoming trapped in or forgotten in a vehicle. That adds up to roughly 1,000 children falling victim to this issue since 1998. During the summer, that's about two children every week, although these don't just occur during the summer months. On average, the first death occurs in about March of each year. Importantly, about 55% of the children that fall victim to this issue are under 2 years old, which means they're typically too young to safely exit the vehicle on their own. Even more importantly for this conversation, about 52% of those deaths occur because someone forgot the child in the car. And these numbers don't even include hypothermia caused by cold weather. Before you come to the conclusion that these children are just victims of negligent parents, research done by Dr. David Diamond has shown that FBS can happen to anyone. The issue appears to be a matter of two forms of memory: perspective memory and habit memory. Perspective memory is remembering to perform a planned action at a future point in time, like remembering to pick up groceries on the way home from work. Habit memory is formed subconsciously through repeated activities like driving straight home from work. These two types of memory are often in competition with each other, which is why someone who is on autopilot might end up at home with no groceries after a full day of work. In the case of these deaths, many follow a similar pattern. The caretaker uses a frequently traveled route that inconsistently involves an activity like transporting the child. The basal ganglia in the brain of the caretaker forces the habit memory to override the perspective memory in the hippocampus. This leads to the driver being on autopilot. Tragically, in many of these cases, parents reported leaving work early to pick up their child from daycare on the day of the incident. This memory issue is backed up by statistics. According to the NHTSA, Thursdays and Fridays have the highest incident rate, which are at the end of the work week when parents are most likely to be overwhelmed. Fortunately, Volvo has decided to take an existing technology and use it in a new way to prevent this issue. Volvo is taking radar, which many vehicles currently use for parking sensors and driver assist systems, and moving it inside the vehicle to detect what's inside. Specifically, they're using radar sensors to determine if occupants are inside the vehicle. Volvo has tuned this system to detect sub-millimeter movements, like the breathing movements of a sleeping child or pet, and uses this precision detection to inform the vehicle that there are occupants inside. These radar components are located in the overhead console, in the roof mounted reading lamps, and even in the trunk to ensure the entire vehicle is covered. Volvo has also fine tuned this system to ensure maximum effectiveness. A phenomenon known as reminder fatigue occurs when someone is overexposed to notifications and begins to ignore them, or worse, disables them. In order to avoid this, Volvo will only show this warning when someone tries to lock the vehicle with an occupant inside. When the locking signal is received, the vehicle activates the interior radar system to determine if there are any occupants inside the vehicle before the vehicle locks. If there are no occupants detected inside, the vehicle completes the locking sequence. If an occupant is detected inside, the driver will need to open the vehicle and interact with the center screen in order to confirm that the vehicle should lock. Only once this confirmation is received by the vehicle will the vehicle complete locking. This system goes beyond the locking sequence as well. If an occupant is detected inside the vehicle, it will maintain the interior climate as long as there is sufficient battery power to do so. This adds another layer of protection for when habit memory takes over. Volvo plans to expand the capabilities by linking it to the Volvo app in the future so that the driver can get notifications directly to their phone. Volvo will begin offering this system on the fully electric EX90, but plans to expand its availability to other parts of its lineup soon. Other automakers like Toyota and Hyundai are starting to offer similar systems, but as of this video, they appear to be using a single radar sensor for the entire occupant space. It's also not clear if their systems integrate with the interior climate, so they may not be as robust as Volvo's offering. So that's a look at Volvo's new interior radar occupant sensing system and how it works to keep the people and pets you care about safe and comfortable. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and remember to like and subscribe.